Well, here we are, y'all. The show that no one asked for is finally here, and it's actually not that bad. Big Brother Reindeer Games came in with some familiar faces, sassy diary rooms, and a surprising amount of strategy. And overall, I would say this was a passable way to spend 2 hours. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be at all. I'm excited to get started today, but before we dive into this premiere, make sure you hit that subscribe button below just so you can stay tuned as we continue through this random ass spinoff. Now, let's get started. So, of course, we kick off this episode by reintroducing all the house guests as they file in. We see some more recent faces like Taylor and Xavier. We also see Josh, who has not changed one bit. He is still as obnoxious as ever with those damn pots and pans, but hey, I say that with love. There are also some people that we have not seen in a minute, like Britney and Danielle Reyes, who has still kept up with the Big Brother community after all this time. We also get this very awkward reuniting between Cody and Nicole, something I never thought I would see on this show again. I don't know if they ever really mended their friendship after All Stars, but it did look like there was still a little bit of tension there. I mean, I'm sure they expected to see each other here, but it was still pretty awkward. We get even more drama later on between Nicole and Britney, and I'm not exactly sure what the beef between these two ladies is, but if I had to make a guess, I'd say it had something to do with All Stars and Janelle. I don't know for sure, but Nicole is doing a lot of crying in this conversation, as she does, and Britney is doing a lot of the apologizing. So we'll just have to keep our eye on this relationship and see where it goes from here. We also get this large alliance of 4 forming between Josh, Taylor, Xavier, and Danielle. Now, this group is a little random, but they do look pretty well-rounded skill-wise, so I'm excited to see what they do. Now, this alliance did look kind of solid in this first episode, but let's still keep an eye on Danielle because she has not changed one bit. She is still the same chick she's always been, okay?
I look at them as big threats because they're champions. I got you as long as it benefits my game, but I will cut you loose in a hot second.
Now that everyone is officially acquainted, it is time for the first game where the house guests have to guess a Christmas song. This first game was boring, y'all. Let's just be honest. It was pretty dull to watch, but it was a relatively simple comp that anybody could win, so I'm trying to be positive here. Now, we do see Britney go on to win this game, and with that, she now has the first power of the season. It's not an HOH or anything, but she does have the power to give one player a disadvantage. And this is where things start to get interesting. I'm personally just so happy that there's actually some strategy and some cutthroat gameplay involved here. Like, I didn't know there would be any at all at first, so this was a pleasant surprise to me, and I'm finally starting to get into the show a little bit. The ladies are all now gonna group up and plan to work together, which makes total sense since they already came into this game outnumbered. It seems like the consensus is to push for Cody to get the disadvantage, which again is super predictable but makes total sense. And you know what I loved about this? I love that Nicole was the main one pushing for Cody. Nicole is not known for working well with other women. She's like the Nicki Minaj of Big Brother. So we'll just have to see if and how these ladies are able to stick together to the end, which I doubt it. As Britney goes to do her one-on-ones, we are treated to a montage of those infamous diary room sessions that we love her so much for.
When I talk to Xavier, he's serving me like a big plate of just air. Seemingly no original thoughts.
And to absolutely no one's surprise, Britney ultimately chooses Cody to get the disadvantage. He knew that this was coming, so it wasn't too dramatic, but it is going to lead us to our first real challenge of the season. This is yet another comp where they can savage and target other people, which again, I love. Like, I was just hoping that there would be some sort of knockout comp or something like this in here. Of course, the big comp threats like Cameron and Cody are going to get targeted first here, especially Cameron since he's the newbie. I mean, this dude cannot catch a break. But in the end, Frankie is actually crowned our winner, and now he gets to choose 2 people to go up on the block. Kinda, sorta. He wants to go after a big comp threat because duh, but he does not want it to be Cody because those two have history. They go way, way back to BB16 together. But that information is not going to stop Taylor from pushing for Cody anyway.
I'm taking a shot at Cody. Day 1 is wild and crazy.
So when you want to do it, day 3? At the Reindeer Games? Frankie, there are people in this house that if you don't take a shot, day 1, 2, and 3, they're going to be playing Reindeer Games and leaving your ass behind.
I know. No, you're 100% right.
This definitely was not the best move for Taylor because Frankie just goes and spills everything, but I love the effort all the same. She also lets it slip that she's really close with Xavier, which is going to make matters much worse. Xavier is a physical threat with social pull, so Frankie knows that he's a threat and he knows that he's got to go sometime. On the other hand, Cameron is a physical threat with absolutely no social pull, so that makes him an easy target because he doesn't really have any allies or any riz. So Cameron is swiftly put up on the block right next to Xavier, and now one of these two guys will be the first one sent home. These two are now gonna head off to compete in the final challenge, which is a puzzle, so now it's really anybody's game. The puzzle itself looked pretty difficult. It reminded me of more of a Survivor style puzzle with all the corniness of Big Brother thrown in with that ugly Christmas sweater and all. The boys are both sweating trying to complete this thing, but in the end, as we see, Xavier is crowned the winner by a long shot. And just like that, Cameron is the first person sent home. Damn. Now, I know I predicted that Cameron could win this whole thing in my last video, but I am happy to be wrong, okay? He was actually one of the people I was looking forward to seeing the least because I had just got done with like 80 days in a row of this man and I was personally cool. And if I would have known that this game was going to include any sort of social play at all, I would not have chosen Cam. I'm just being real. It looks like we could have some drama between Cody and Taylor brewing on the horizon, so that could be fun, especially if Frankie is thrown in the mix because it looks like he may be trying to play the middle just a little bit. There's also that ongoing tension between Cody and Nicole that's been brewing in the background, and I'm really interested to see which one of those is going to go first and if the other person's going to have anything to do with it. Look, I know that this episode got a little bit dull at times, but I really do believe that the peak of the drama is still yet to come, so personally I'm going to stay tuned in. So of course I want to know, what did you all think of this premiere episode and who are you rooting for the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'm personally a little bit excited to see Taylor bringing in some drama just because she was mainly on the receiving end of it during her season. And you know what? I'm excited to see the drama that Nicole is gonna bring too. There, I said it. Nicole is a lot of things, but you cannot deny that girl does make some good TV. Once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below if you have not already, just so you can stay tuned with me as we continue through this hopefully messy ass spinoff. I will talk to you all later, but until next time, bye.